Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Mingby. My name is Mandy and I am a full-time reseller. On today's video, I am going to go over my sales from last week. That was, let's see, April 15th through the 21st. Sales have definitely been picking up. It's still kind of the same where I just get a whole bunch on the weekend, which, you know, is fine by me as long as they're coming in, but it's always a little scary throughout the week when I think like last week Tuesday and the Tuesday before that, I had 0 sales on Poshmark. That normally never happens. So I don't know why the influx of sales on the weekend as opposed to during the week. You'd think people would be like out and about since it's getting warmer out, but I'm not exactly sure. I did actually try Vendu. They're very expensive. So I just wanted to try cross-listing to Depop. Currently, Flip does not have that option. I went through almost every different cross-listing company that there was out there available, and it just seemed like everything is so expensive. So what I thought I would do is keep Flip since that is only $9. It does share my closet. I do have to babysit it a lot. For the most part, it works okay. I wish it worked all the time. Cross-listing is okay. I also have, you know, like close to 1,200 items that I would have to input into another system. From what I'm seeing with Vendu, like you have to pay for each individual one that you would be uploading. Then there's additional fees for if you want to do like more than 3 different marketplaces. And I'm just like, that's way too much right now for cross-listing, and they don't share your closet. So I thought I would just do, I'm starting with the 25, so I figure I can get about 1 listing over to Depop a day. So hopefully that will like get something moving over there and people will start seeing sales. So I had to pay that. Then I also had to pay, what was the other fee? To get it out of my Poshmark, I think, because I'm not making a new listing in Vendu. I believe that was like another $4.99. I found a coupon code and yeah, so I think for the first month I paid like $8. I thought I would just see, you know, if anything happens. I'll maybe try, you know, next month too, to give it 2 months and see if it does anything. If I'm not making any sales on Depop, then I will just cancel it. You know, it wasn't a huge investment, but at least it was something. I did find a new keyword that I haven't heard anyone really talking about unless I've missed it in people's videos. I don't remember what I was looking for, something on Poshmark, and it was more like work attire, and I found the keyword that people seem to be using is corpcore, so C-O-R-P as in short for corporate. So I guess that is a new one, so that could be something you could add to your listings if you have more career wear, work wear, that kind of thing. I think that is coming back to being popular. I remember when I was in my 20s, we were all dressing like we were going to a work meeting when we were at the bar, a lot of blazers and heels and that. So I think that's kind of making its way back in. And then I only had one kind of weird interaction, I guess you could say, with a potential buyer, and that was on eBay. So I had a pair of jeans, and I think I still had calculated shipping on it. It wouldn't let me change it because I did send her an offer, which was $15 off the price. So I looked at it, I couldn't change it, and she sent me a message saying, I love the jeans, but can we make the shipping cheaper? Just roll them up and throw them into a plastic Amazon Prime bag. So I don't quite understand if she thinks it's free then because it's in an Amazon Prime bag. Like, that part makes me kind of question what she's trying to get at, because it would just be going in a poly mailer anyway. So I looked at her profile just to see maybe she was like a new buyer or something. She's been around since 2004, but she lives in Canada, so that's part of the problem too. To ship to Canada is outrageous in price. So I just said that to her. I said, you know, it looks like you're in Canada. Shipping is normally a little bit higher. Unfortunately, you know, it goes by weight. There's not much I can do. And she never said anything back. Okay, so now I will show you my listings. So this is the week for April 15th through the 21st. On Mercari, not as busy as it was last week. I did get one good sale on there though. So 4 items went out for $77.50. No fees over there, so I get to keep all of that. Poshmark, $436, 17 items sold. That left me with $348.65. eBay was almost the winner this week, which is great. With Poshmark just kind of so unpredictable, I am definitely happy with eBay picking up. So 426.65 for sales there after shipping and fees. That left me with 286.66, average sale price of 30.48. I did sell another swimsuit this week, so we're getting closer to being in the green. Nothing has sold yet for that vintage lot. Totals $940.20 this week after fees and cost of goods. I use an average cost of goods, which is currently around $3. That leaves me with a profit of $591.40. Average sale price $26.86. I would like to be around the $30 mark, but as long as I'm over 20, I'm happy with that. And 35 items sold. So now let's take a look at my listings. Starting with Poshmark, this was a St. John like cardigan jacket type thing. There was some wear on the elbows and I think a small spot of discoloration. So someone sent me an offer of 60, which is completely fine by me. I picked this up at Savers probably a couple months ago. Naked Wardrobe, this brand doesn't do well for me. This was a very small size bodysuit and it did go for an offer of 14. Beta brand, I don't pick this up all the time. This was a boot cut, I believe, or a flare, and it was a plus size 2X with a print to the pants. The plain black skinny ones I will not pick up. Potentially if they are in great condition, new with tags, if they are plus size and a decent price, but nothing other than that. I don't expect to get more than probably within $20 to $30. This Bob Dylan shirt came in, I believe, a thread-up t-shirt box. So that left me with like a $12 profit, which is about half the cost of that box. So that's great to see. These were very surprising to me. If you watched my video from last Friday, I showed you these cabbie boots that I picked up at the thrift store for $3.99 last Sunday. And I listed these. These sold probably within 3 hours of listing for my full asking price. I did look up comps, so I don't believe that I underpriced them or anything. It just must have been something that someone was looking for and it was their size. Um, so once again, it just kind of goes to show cabbie. I feel like people know what they need, know what they want, and then they just buy it. So that's one of my favorite brands to sell. Cut from the cloth, this seems to be like a rising brand for me. I don't know what's going on. I did actually find, I think, 3 pairs of jeans at the bins the other day by this brand. So I'm hoping my luck continues. Smaller size, these were like a coral peach color. These I got in a Quick Lots box not too long ago, and they went for an offer of 24. I had never heard of this brand before. Blink London, I think maybe is how you pronounce it. And this came to me in a thread-up women's box. It was pretty bad. So I'm just trying to recoup the money for that box right now. Some of these seem to go for a little bit higher that I saw, but I don't know. It was a size small, wasn't much interest. Someone offered me 28, so I took that. This Coach purse I found at the bins not too long ago. There was some discoloration on the leather itself and on the inside. I was able to get the inside pretty clean, the outside not so much. It looked better than when I first bought it, so I was fine letting this go for 30. Loft jeans, I wouldn't pick these up at the thrift store. They did come to me in a thread up box. I do okay actually with Loft denim. It's got to be in like excellent condition and okay sizing with decent styles. This went for an offer of 17. She-Bird, I've never heard of this before. It felt really high quality to me when I saw it at the thrift store. I believe it was the color tag for $1.99, so I thought I'd give it a try. Um, it had a built-in bra, kind of like a flowy tank top. And this one went for an offer of 25. Duluth Trading Co. I'm pretty sure I picked these up at Goodwill for $1.99. They were new with tags, a 16W, so a decent size, and capri. They have sat for quite a while, but I think that I did pick them up probably like the end of summer last year. So we had all of winter to go through, and these went for an offer of 24. Aftco, I had never heard of this brand before. Someone, I don't remember who it was, some YouTuber that I was watching had said that it was a good brand to look for. It was new at tags, a good size. Found it at Goodwill, may have paid $4 for it just because I wanted to try it. This did go for an offer of 28. I love picking up vintage hats, especially when I can get them cheap. I think I got this at the vintage store in town for $4, and this went for an offer of 18. Knox Rose, I don't pick up everything from this brand. Some of it sits. This one did. I mainly picked it up because of the embroidery on the shoulders, and it was an extra large. I got this at the actual Goodwill bins probably October, so I've had this for quite a while. There has been so much interest on it on all platforms, but no one was willing to, send me an offer or take any of my offers until this weekend, and someone did purchase it for 18. Torrid, these are a pair of like platform black sandals, and they were a size 11. I got these at Goodwill for probably $3.99. I thought they would have went for a little bit more, but I'm happy to see 25. Old Navy, I pick up quite a bit. You have to be pretty selective. Bigger sizes, a lot of the athletic wear, longer dresses. I stay away from like tops. Jeans can do okay, pants can do okay. There's a lot of factors into it. You got to make sure to look up the sell-through rate and make sure that it's not oversaturated. This was a good size, an extra large. It's like bodysuit. So I thought this would do well. It went for 15. Tommy Hilfiger, I don't pick up normally ever. This was back when I think Goodwill was doing their boutique section was $1.99 for clearance. This was new with tags, a good size, a kind of a summery looking dress, so I did pick it up. It did go for an offer of 22, but I have had this forever. I think I forgot to mention this earlier since we're still on the Poshmark. I had 12 sales on Sunday. Two from Mercari, two from eBay, and 8 from Posh. So that's what I'm talking about when I said like sales have been crazy on the weekends. I think there was probably quite a few on Saturday as well because the earlier in the week was pretty slow. Now on to Mercari. This is a Land's End youth size bucket hat. This reminds me if anyone has watched the movie It from Stephen King, little Georgie in the beginning. That's what this reminded me of. So I did pick it up. This sold really fast. I think probably within 2 days of listing, not for much, but 13 is fine by me. It probably weighed like 3, 4 ounces. And I got that full $13 from Mercari. Nine West, I don't always pick up this brand. It looked like a decent bag. It was that nice, pretty camel color that people like to wear in the spring and summer. It was leather, and I picked this up at the bins, probably paid I don't know, about $2 or so for it. This went for an offer of 20. And this was a great sale. I wasn't sure if someone was going to pay up for this. This screams like Y2K mall goth to me. Um, it didn't have any branding, and that's why I'm wondering if it was potentially like a Morbid Threads type thing or something, and they knew that. I did try Google lensing it, but couldn't really find anything. It is it was a zip front, just looked really cool. I found it at the bins, and this went for an offer of 31.50. Now onto eBay. These J. Crew pants came in a Help See Source box. I did think that they had a bleach stain on them, but once I washed them, it came out, so I'm not exactly sure what it was, but that's okay. These did go for an offer of 32. I showed you this, I think, in that last video. This was a vintage NASCAR type hat. This went for an offer of 15. Picked that up at the bins. Logo, I have definitely slowed down on this brand. It has to be something that's in excellent condition, if not new with tags. It's got to be an extra large or over. And this went for an offer of 15. As you can see, it doesn't go for much anymore. BDG, I got this in a Quick Lots box, and this has sat for quite a while. I'm not exactly sure why. It's a size large. It did go for my full asking price of 25. Christopher and Banks, I picked these up at the bins. They were new with tags. I believe, yeah, linen blend, size large, kind of a cool little print on them. And these did go for a full price of 20. Eileen Fisher, I don't do well with this brand like at all. I know a lot of other sellers love selling it. I just don't have the luck for it. These I picked up at the bins. They were in okay condition, and these went for an offer of 30. Cole Haan, I don't normally pick this brand up. Sometimes I do, but it comes in a lot of thread-up shoe rescue boxes. That's where these came from. They were just a slip-on mule, and these went for an offer of 30. Knox Rose, this was missing a belt. It was new with tags. It was an extra, extra large. Picked this up at the bins, might have been last week, and I think this sold in 2 days for an offer of $16.10, which is obviously quite a bit lower than my $23 asking price, but it was missing the tie belt, so I thought that that was fair. Good American, this brand has really gone downhill for me. These were in a Quick Lots box, I do believe, and pretty small size, size 0. These went for an offer of 30. Columbia PFG, I do okay with this. Sometimes it sells quicker than others. Bigger sizes do better. The kind that has the venting in the back does better. And this I picked up at the bin, sold probably within 2 weeks for an offer of 19. Lauren Ralph Lauren, these came in, where did these come from? These came from the bins, but probably back in October, so I've had these for a while. A good size, maybe the color just wasn't what people were looking for. These did go for an offer of 30, and I think these were ones where I changed it to flat shipping instead of calculated. So the flat shipping was $8.99, where before it could have been close to like $14, $16. This was a Smurfs notebook from 1982. I picked this up with a couple other older, what was it? I think it's 2 smaller Smurf notebooks and then like a Charlie Brown or Peanuts or something folder. Those have not sold yet, but this did go for an offer of 10. David's Bridal, I have had this dress forever. I will not pick this stuff up anymore. Like these older, let's see, like these older style bridesmaids dresses, I just can't move them. This did go for an offer of 20, which I was definitely happy to see this go. This brand can be expensive. This did come in the swimsuit lot that I got, or bale, whatever you want to call it. And this did go for an offer of 20. So I'm hoping that sales continue. I really do think that it helped that I went through most of my listings, changed some photos, put a lot more descriptive words in the title before I was putting that in the description. I don't know if there's like a real, difference of which way you should do it, but I have been seeing more sales. Also on eBay, I have gone through almost all of them, of my listings, and I have gotten rid of calculated shipping and done flat rate. So depending on what the item is, then I'm doing a flat rate shipping according to that. My little score that people rate you on, my shipping used to be like reasonable shipping was like 4.5 instead of higher than that. So now I looked at it and I think it's at 4.7 or 8. I'm not exactly sure. Somewhere around there. So people obviously are, liking the fact that the shipping is less, just because when you do calculated, they're not getting the discount that you get if you're a top rated seller, if you have a store, all of that good stuff. So I am definitely happy that that is happening. I would like to see more movement on eBay. I do have my tips and trick video coming out on Friday for a rummage sale. There's probably more information than a person needs to know, but I do like to give you as much knowledge as I have on subjects, just so you can hopefully get something out of it. It's not just geared towards someone that is a reseller. I also have, tips and tricks if you just have personal items that you're selling. So stay tuned for that. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit that button. And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Bye.